What's going on, everybody? Today in the film room, we're going to discuss how Arthur Smith's finally bringing back the play-action passing game to the Berg. In preseason opener against the Texans, they went 8 for 10 for 123 yards and a touchdown. I'm going to break down these concepts in detail per usual for you guys. Just before we get started, please make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop me a comment. Just a free, easy way to help support the channel. If you want more exclusive, detailed content just like this, please consider becoming a member to the channel. Tons of cool stuff available over there. Going to be dropping a Peyton Wilson film room sometime in the next 24 hours. So let's get to it. So first drive of the game, Steelers open it up with a play-action screen to Najee. Try to manipulate those linebackers. Try to sell it like you're taking a shot deep and then dumping it down. Nice job by 22 to make the first guy miss. Something we talked about over at Steelers Now earlier this offseason. Only 4 play callers last season targeted the running backs more than Arthur Smith in 2023. So there's going to be an uptick in involvement for both Najee and Warren to get the ball in their hands, not just in the run game. We know they're going to be run heavy, but also in the passing game. So next play, cool design here from the gun. They're going to kind of fake this toss crack. Watch how that affects the backside linebacker. Throw a screen opposite to Pickens for another nice gain. Even though Daniels isn't quite able to get out there to his man, 14 does a good job, making that guy miss. I saw this play, a couple different variations of this while I was at training camp in Latrobe. Big takeaway that I had while I was up there was just that they're trying to get the rock to GP in more ways than ever. Not just the back shoulder phase, the go balls, stuff like that. They're just trying to get the ball in his hands. And I think that, last year you saw his yards after catch numbers really go up. I think he proved to be a little bit more of a playmaker than a lot of people were expecting with the ball in his hands. And I think that's a good reason to want to get the ball, in your best player's hands on offense. Nice gain right here. Just kind of a sidebar. Awesome throw from Justin Fields. You see he's got pressure in his face, dropping the arm around the defender. It's pretty sweet, man. Again, anytime they can get the ball in 14's hands is something that I'm a big fan of. So right here, under center, 12 personnel. We get the motion, the 2x2. This one should be real familiar to all the subscribers to the channel. Good old sail concept. They ran this 5 times against the Texans. Just different variations of it. But this variation is what I'm going to call Seattle. We got Jefferson working in the slot down here at the bottom of the screen. His job is to kind of sell this over route before breaking outside. Nice job getting it out of his break pretty efficiently right there to create some separation. One thing that I do want to give kudos to two for is I've been pretty impressed, man, with Justin Fields in the intermediate area of the field so far this summer from my time in Latrobe. Just seeing clips, but also, this throw right here. He's been throwing with some touch, some precision, which is really necessary in a scheme like this that really wants to attack in that 18 to 20 yard area of the field. So so far so good. Definitely bodes well for his fit within the offense, which is something Arthur Smith has said that he's really excited about. So here we get Kyle Allen in at quarterback. Here comes the shot play. This looks like a Kyle Shanahan day one install play called Rider. You get the inside vertical clear out up top, and you get the high cross coming over, usually at about 18 to 20 yards. Another thing to note here, which you'll be able to see probably better from the end zone angle, is that it looks like Allen actually kills the play here at the line of scrimmage because they've got 8 up into the box. You get the single high look. So it's likely a zone run to start off with. Go back just a little bit. Likely a zone run that they have called, and then he's going to check into the single high beater. So you'll see the helmet tap right there. Usually the broadcast will pick up that kind of kill or can call. The center field safety, he can't be right. Right here. So usually he'll play deep as the deepest, so he's going to stay with the vertical clear out. And this just creates that one-on-one runaway with the crosser. Great job by Allen, too, standing in the fire, delivering a really accurate throw under pressure right here, right in the bucket. I also think, if you guys remember back to the Roman Wilson film room that we did after they drafted him out of Michigan in the 3rd round, that was one of the reasons why I thought he was a pretty good fit in the offense and why I thought that they targeted him was because a lot of his production came off of those deep crossers or deep over routes in that Michigan offense. So I read off the stats at the beginning of the film room, which were good, but they should have been even better if not for some missed opportunities. The first fumbled quarterback center exchange was a good play call versus the look that they got. And then this one just really hurts, man. Right after hitting that high cross, Allen's got his shoulders pointed like he's going to try to take another deep shot, but he just airmails this screen pass to Piron. See right here, he's kind of throwing off of his back foot a little bit. But if you actually freeze frame this right here, this looks like punt return right. He's got a convoy of blockers and a lot of green grass in front of him. We got a double team on basically whoever has the back in man coverage right here. We have that guy double teamed, and then we've got another free offensive lineman right here. We have so much room to work. That's Mason McCormick, number 66, but that should have been another really explosive play right there. Just a bummer that one didn't work out, but a good play call. Next one here, 12 personnel. This is the all-go concept with both tight ends double teaming the edge rusher up top. Full transparency, you guys know me. This is not one of my favorite play calls, and I just think that there are just better ways to do this. But if you do catch single high, getting two guys isolated out on the perimeter, if you think you have a dude out there, like if it's Pickens up at the top, for example, or maybe you have a slower cornerback out on the boundary that can't run with Calvin Austin stride for stride, there's some potential for it to work. The quarterback's job here, he's just trying to hold that safety in the middle of the field and just take the matchup he wants. But it's usually a pretty low percentage play. They've ran this for quite a while, but you'll probably see it again at some point this season, hopefully with a little bit better results than we've seen. We've talked a lot about Arthur Smith's run game. Smith loves his mid-zone to the weak side of the formation. So play action bootlegs off of that can really catch those over-aggressive defenses off balance. Here you'll see the linebackers flying downhill, and they're able to sneak this kind of intermediate crosser right behind them, wide open to the left side of the field. Better ball location here instead of Fitzpatrick having to go to his knees to kind of grab this one. Would allow for more yards after catch. And if you actually look at it, we got Scotty Miller coming over on the second crosser as well, working into the vision of the quarterback. He's actually pretty open here as well. But sadly, Connor Hayward, number 83 at the top of the screen attached to the core, he unfortunately gets called for holding, trying to pin this edge rusher right here. He ends up getting his arms too wide, throws him down to the ground. 83 is not the best inline blocker. They typically don't like to have him carry out assignments like this, but it's preseason. So in a regular season game, normally that would be big number 80, Darnell Washington, kind of carrying out that assignment. But like the play call. And right here, here's the goal line touchdown pass. Almost looks like a duo run concept out of 13 personnel. This kind of cross action between Hayward and Rodney Williams, big number 87, kind of running in the opposite direction. Creates some confusion between the defensive backs on who has who. It's an easy pitch and catch to the flat for a score. And then this next play, finally, this is the probably the most explosive play that we saw on Friday night. Once again, pylon sail concept, Miller working in the slot. This hesitation right here, I really like because it allows him to get past this defender. And then once he's got him stacked, he pretty much just gives him this little rocker step at the top of the route to get him off balance before breaking outside. Creating some easy separation. Also, really nice job, playing through some contact here. This defensive back looks like he's grabbing him a little bit. Nice job playing through that, not losing too much momentum. Another nice throw from Allen, hitting him in stride. Another thing to note just about Art in general, he's a fan of repeat play calls, so y'all just better be aware of that going into the regular season, not just in this type of setting where you're running a lot of base install type of stuff. But if he sees something that he likes versus the defense, he's gonna spam it until you stop it. And we kind of saw this with all the sail routes and those types of concepts on Friday night against Houston. It was playing a lot of single high. So that'll do it for me and the video. Let me know what you guys thought of the video in general, but also your early impressions of Arthur Smith's offense. Don't forget your Steelers gear at Homage. Use the link in the description of the video to help support the channel. I'll holler at you guys next time. Peace and love.